but now we do. And now we have built a society that ensures, through many movements, through revolutions, through demands, that our basic necessities should always be provided for. This is how we came with the idea that food, shelter, and all the basic human rights that we have, freedom to express our opinion, freedom to our sovereignty, freedom, all the freedoms and rights and privileges that we have come from the evolution of our consciousness and awareness, because we know that without these things, without these pillars, we would not be in a place in which where we can create and think and innovate and have all these beautiful luxuries that we have today, because we secured these main functions. However, there is still more, and even though we did secure these basic necessities, they have been secured in a conditional way, and they're not unconditional. So this is why when I said we are still in a survival for the fittest mode, but not as it was before. Before it was arbitrary, before it was dependent on how strong you were physically, then you could dominate and you can secure these things. But now it's not about physical strength, it's about intellect, it's about here, and it's about the placement of a system which forces us to follow a certain path in life to ensure that we can secure the basic necessities such as food, water, shelter, clothing, and making sure we have good health and stuff like that. So the system is built now in a way by people who understood the evolution of human consciousness and our society, and these people are profiting from it, and they are making sure that we stay at this fifth level of consciousness, or fifth stage. If we take, survival, and then human relationships, and then, feelings and compass, and if you take them as stages, we are stuck at the fifth collectively altogether, because if we go to the sixth and seventh, then it crumbles down all the rules and system of way of life that has been engineered for us to keep us at this level, because other people, certain groups of people in the world, are profiteering dearly and greatly from this. And they have been, and they've realized their true selves, and they know the secrets of the universe and the cosmos and ourselves and how they all work. So they want us to stay here, and they have allowed us to grow so much, but this is the limit. And this progress, this cycle, is forever lasting, and it's continuous. And every time we reach this fifth level, and then there are people who want to break through, and there are people that come out and speak out and try to bring society to the next level, we're always attacked, and we're always ridiculed and mocked and given labels such as conspiracy theorists or wish-washy hippies, or whatever labels that can be used and believed in by the general public, so that people can always stay in this level. But what we can do is that we realize that, number one, it is a blessing that we have reached this fifth level, and that we live in a society in which we have rules and laws and beautiful things that help us respect one another, love one another, appreciate one another. We are very lucky to live in a world in which violence and war and these things are not as glorified or not as pursued frequently as they used to be. And I'm talking about medieval ages, Roman Empire, all these, the Greeks and the Romans and how they would fantasize or romanticize warriors and people like just it was just so macho and a manly thing to be strong and to be able to kill I don't know how many soldiers and all these things. So we don't live in that world anymore, but we live in a world that indirectly feeds and promotes war, but for other means, for again a small group of people to profiteer from it. But as a collective thing, most people or a lot of people agree that war is a horrible thing and killing innocent lives is very bad.